After months of hard travel, the child and I finally reached Santiago de Compostela. In the evening, we attended Mass in the great cathedral, then started to roam the town looking for my dear Jack. It was almost dawn when finally a priest pointed me to an inn close by.
Look at the little dog. Aw. A resting pilgrim. Night air's mild. Sun will go up soon. Someone left them here, these jars, or forgot them. Another group of drunk pilgrims. So it's just non-stop pilgrims here. Because it's at the end of the road, and that seems to be... That must be a core element of their way of life around here, is just dealing with the constant influx of pilgrims. Probably a lot of inns around here, actually. Another cathedral. Jack may have been there. He never gets tired of them. She must see many people passing by. I'm getting closer. We're always getting closer. I'm half prepared to just arrive in time to find out that Jack's somehow dead already or something. Another inn for pilgrims. I was told Jack stayed here, but where did he go then?
Buenos dias. Do you understand me?
Sinto ben, pero non temos camas disponibles.
No, I don't need a room. I was told a friend of mine stayed here some time ago. A red-haired Englishman called Jack. Do you remember him?
Eu só che falo en galego, miña rula.
Francais? English?
Well, that's not going anywhere. I guess we should just go to the cathedral? No, we can't. Oh, rest at the fireplace is one option. Maybe if you rest at the fireplace, that guy will talk to us, who seems relatively well rendered, like he might be a character when we approach. Yeah. I can kind of almost follow some German if it goes slow enough. I have no idea what she was saying. I am completely lost. A crackling fire, cozy and warm. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna spend a lot more time in the not German area, so I'm not gonna be of any help. But hey, I'm sure somebody in the comments has translated everything, right? I'm actually straight up missing where I'm even able to click. Oh wait. Oh wow, I'm starting to forget the details of his face. Concerning. Is it possible to describe him to her?
I'm looking for a man who likes to read a lot.
E logo anda sempre cun libro en riba.
Have you seen anyone like that?
Pero, por que levas un libro en riba? Basta escangallar co peso.
She doesn't even understand that I'm looking for a person yet.
Show them the baby, like this, but like old.
Oh, que cousiña! Eche rubio.
See, redhead. Have you seen his father, Padre del Niño? Jack Builder?
Ven sendo un peregrino?
What?
É un peregrino?
Oh, no. He's not a pilgrim.
Entón, quen ven sendo?
He's a mason.
Ai, mal rayo, me partas entendo o que me estás a contar.
The crest over her door?
Let me show you something.
I thought I'd be able to click at that. See, let's see what my options are. There's the inn. I can ask that guy for help. Oh, the
He's
cathedral, dummy.
He's a mason. He builds things like that.
Ah, eche masón. Albanel.
Sí, a mason. It's the same word in Galician.
Por aquí pasan unha morea de masóns. Non me poderías dicir algo máis sobre el?
Oín falar dun masón que dis que se dedica a traducir libros en Toledo.
Polo visto, di que se chama Jack.
Yes, Jack. Have you seen him?
Non sei cal será o seu apelido, pero ben é certo que non chai moitos masóns rubios aos que lles guste ler. Se tan desesperada está, por que non vai a Toledo a comprobalo por si mesma?
Entón, marchou para Toledo.
He went to Toledo?
A Toledo marchou, sí.
Di que o teu Jack podería estar en Toledo.
All right, so I will go to Toledo then. Gracias. I just pray that I understood you correctly.
Well, this could go incredibly poorly. Also, Mason is the same word in both languages. Why was it that hard to... You think that'd be a little easier then? Huh. Good luck. What could go wrong? Just another giant walk that already killed somebody. I feel like by now we should see noticeable growth in the baby. It's been like 6 months, hasn't it?
Buenos dias. Parlez-vous français? English?
Of course. How may I help you?
I was told a man named Jack Builder lives in this house.
Who told you this?
A group of scholars living at the edge of town. They said he used to translate old scriptures about mathematics before he moved here.
Please wait here. I will talk with Master Rashid.
Jack was busy while we were sitting in that house for like a year. Holy crap. Covered a huge distance, changed his life, fell in love with new people. Well, we did a montage of not having anything change and just watching a marriage slowly fall apart. Hooray! What a wondrous fountain. Almost like a real spring. So big and light. Nothing like the houses at home. What is taking that servant so long? Is it maybe the giant house? Oh look, it's the Pillars of Eternity. They remind me of the cloister in Kingsbridge. Only that these keep away the good and not the bad weather. They keep away the good and not the bad weather. They mean the sunlight? So there isn't really bad weather around here, perhaps? It seems like a better place to live in, as far as like actual climate goes, although the better the climate, the more disease-infested insects and mosquitoes you have to deal with, because they thrive, which is a much bigger concern in this era, especially, I'd say. Still, though, the setting we've been in for the last 2 books is just miserable, it seems. Ah, lizard. Oh, it's gone. Just take a peek inside. Are we going to be cheeky and naughty? What else? Did I see a thing besides pillars a moment there? Pointed arches. Jack must love them. What if he doesn't want to leave? What if he's happier without me? Well, what if with you but here? What about that part of the Venn diagram? Okay, well, we're definitely in the right place because it's a familiar place. I guess it's not, it must just not, I guess it wasn't a dream. Jack actually just has been going on adventures now that he's cut ties with all parts of his previous family, essentially. What is this? An artificial bird connected to whatever that is. A beautiful craftsmanship, so much more lifelike than a painting. Jack's slingshot.
It's his.
Jack's here. This is all the proof I need. Now we're gonna get thrown out, aren't we? I feel like we're gonna get thrown out and tragically not be able to find him, but have evidence that he's here, so then we're gonna want to stay. Very elaborate. Never seen anything like this. Jack would really love it here. I wonder how much they have to worry about rain. Even if it's a place that doesn't get a ton of rain, I would kind of think rain would find its way through those holes and then ruin things below them. Looks well crafted. Empty. I understand why they're there. Lack of electricity and stuff like that means that natural lighting via holes in the ceiling is a way to go. But if there was rain at all, which eventually happens everywhere, right? It seems like it'd be a problem for all the wood in here, perhaps. Is there anything else I'm missing that I can click on? Just the inventions and the ceiling, yeah. Well, I have Jack's sling, so I know he's here. Is she gonna throw me out? The landlord's daughter? She's pretty.
Oh, there you are. May I ask who let you stroll around our house? I was asked to wait here. Yes, my servant told me already. My father's not here at the moment, so you'll have to make do with me. Unfortunately, I must disappoint you. There's no one called Jack living in this house.
Oh, I was gonna like you until you did that.
He must be here. I found his slingshot. What? Who allowed you inside my father's archive? I didn't mean to be disrespectful of your hospitality. I just hope for your sake you didn't touch anything. Every piece in there is precious to my father, even that slingshot. I'm sorry, but this is not easy for any of us. I think you should know that Jack and I are promised to each other. Maybe we should go inside. The sun's burning, and my mother doesn't need to hear us. Jack told me about you. You are Aliena. You're the one who rejected him and married his stepbrother. And now you want him back. I need my son to meet his father. His father? The little one is Jack's son. He is. He always said that he had come here to find out about his family. But instead, he found out about everything else. About philosophy, mathematics. When he and my father met, it was love at first sight. They studied together and made great plans. But in the end, Jack would always start talking about his cathedral again. This great church he would build one day. Rib vaults and pointed windows. He'd ramble on about it for hours and stare up at that ceiling. We three sat here for hours and talked. And then in the evenings, it would be just the two of us. So many strange ideas about the future. Some barely more than silly dreams. Others almost in arm's reach. You're talking about him as if he were gone. Well, he's not here anymore. My father had offered him work as a master builder here in Toledo. He would have been well off and free to spend his evenings under vaults like this, with me as his wife. But in the end, he refused. Tell me, did you really marry his stepbrother? It was the hardest decision I ever made. But it also felt like a sacrifice I had to make to fulfill a promise I made to my father. It was all for nothing. I thought I had no choice. I didn't want to hurt him. Believe me.
I do. You know, he left me because of you. Even after all you did to him, he couldn't let go. You can be glad that you ran into me and not my mother. She was enraged when he left.
He can have that effect on people.
But apart from that, we made our peace with him. Father even gave him one of his favorite pieces of his collection as a parting gift. A small wooden statue with stone eyes in exchange for his slingshot.
Would you mind telling me where he went?
He went to Paris to work on the cathedral of Saint-Denis. He said he never found out about his father, so there was no reason to stay down here anymore.
Paris?
Yes. If you find him there, tell him I don't miss him.
I am sorry for all this.
You don't have to be. What is the child's name, by the way?
Well, he has none yet. I wouldn't name him without Jack.
Isn't that a bit silly?
Maybe. But he's his son as well as mine. It's his right to have a say in it too.
Then off to Paris. That baby needs a name.
He will get one. Thank you.
God damn, we were just there. Well, we were there like 3 months ago, which he might not have been there at the time. So after all that, we're going in a circle. I guess that makes it more possible to find the rest of the characters again, because I'm wondering how we're going to encounter Philip and people like that in this story that I presumably doesn't just randomly forget about them.
The way of St. James, passing through Astorga, Lyon, and Burgos. I crossed the Pyrenees, revisiting Bordeaux, Angoulême, Poitiers, but never stayed longer than one night. The closer I came to Paris, the stronger my old doubts and fears resurfaced.
This baby has to be a toddler soon, right? Like, even a little bit? I don't know. I don't have a crazy grasp on the time scale of how this usually works, but like, now we're doing the return trip of what took at least like 4 or 5 months. He's gonna not be... I don't think he walk yet. Wow, hiccup. Thank you. I don't think he necessarily walk yet, but like, not... You know, this is a great period of change for them. So Jack went on his grand adventure and got everything he wanted practically, as far as like the life he was looking for, it seemed. But Aliena wasn't there, and that was the problem. And perhaps the lack of learning about his family, the real reason he was out and about. But goddamn, a whole circle.
If Jack really was there, what was I to say to him? We had to hear each other out before we could walk on again, in whatever direction that would be.
What are the chances that we end up going straight back to Saint Denis? Okay, now it's been like 8 months, a year. don't know the time scale. I've lost a few of the months individually along the way, but also don't know how long it was between childbirth and arrival at port necessarily. This is a much older baby now. What if I don't recognize Jack? What if he doesn't want to see me? Well, that's a healthy concern at this point, because you've put a lot of your life into this one journey now. It's been from somewhere between a half year and a full year now at this point. He's not here. Maybe he's not here at all. Whole cathedral construction site. Could he really be here? Would he want to see me? No, not him. No, it's not him. I'm checking around. What if that's his? What if he made that corbel? He slept ever since we arrived. He's not nervous at all. Well, yeah, he's used to being on constant journey at this point. Oh, Jack's slingshot. Aisha insisted that I keep it. I was curious about that. I'm like, are we gonna give the slingshot back or what? If it's supposedly a treasured thing of our father's, and then that wasn't addressed again during the scene, and I'm like, what are we stealing it? Show them the baby? Oh yeah, get all that stone dust in those lungs. Now stab.
I should keep my dagger hidden.
No. You have to assert dominance.
If he's here, I'll find him on my own.
Why? Why would you not ask where he is? You've been doing it all the time. What am I allowed to click on? Do I have to go back outside? I won't leave, not now.
I can't just leave. Even if he doesn't want to see me, he deserves to see his son.
Is the screen gonna scroll? I was trying to find an exit point, but I think the screen might just scroll when I go over here. Okay. Now it makes more sense. Familiar, right there. Wait. That corbel and that... Would you call it a tunic? I don't know. That's a character design we're familiar with, I believe. Okay, well now he's just showing his face, so that makes it really obvious. Wait, are we just gonna walk by him and not notice him? Beautiful. Breathtaking.
There. Are we awake then? You almost missed this. Look at these colourful windows. Look at the light.
Ali.
We came to see you, Jack.
We? Is he?
He is your son.
My son?
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Ali, where do we go from here?
Wherever we go, I want to go with you.
Will you marry me? Both of you?
We will. We stayed in Paris as husband and wife. And our son, Tommy. The days went by quickly. Jack had learned much working as a builder in Saint-Denis. Days became months. Then after a year, we both grew restless. Where can we go from here? We asked ourselves again. We both confessed that we wanted to see our families, our friends. And then we knew where we wanted to go. Home. even if it was in shambles.
We need to hurry. The ship to England will leave soon.
What's going on here?
Whatever it is, if the crowd doesn't clear up, we'll miss our ship.
I was actually a little surprised to hear that they're going back.
Don't listen to a word he says.
That was such an ending. I actually kind of thought that they were going to just couple off and live in Paris forever, and we'd go back to Philip to finish the game with what might be like the quote core story as these two just have their ending and live happily ever after. I actually kind of thought they just weren't going to be in the game at that point anymore, but it looks like we're going back to rejoin everyone. Nobody pays attention. The horse might distract them, or make it all worse. Nervous jongleur, whatever the word they say for, wasn't it storytellers? Oh, he's got a bag full of stuff there, and they're accusing him of stealing. The crowd's about to beat him up.
What should we do with him?
We should help him. A commotion. About to get violent. Impossible to get through. Why should we
I can barely feed my family.
Are we assuming that he's not a criminal? Like, why are we trying to help him? Should we help him? That's our chest.
Don't listen to a word he says.
A present from Rashid. Wasn't easy for him to part with it, but he insisted I take it. When did we get that? And we didn't carry that on foot, so like what's the backstory for how we got around with that?
Do you know what's going on?
Oh, chaos. I can't get these people to calm down. God knows I tried.
What happened?
The jongleur told the crowd a few stories. Then he sold people some miracle charms, but it was just fairy tales and painted stones.
Well, it always is.
I know, but I'd need a real miracle to calm them down now. Otherwise, they'll rip him apart.
Oh, he's not actually a thief. Okay. I thought he was actually a thief. As in, like, he was stealing things from them and then got caught, and that's the bag of stolen goods. No, he's just a weird miracle salesman where it's always nonsense, and people suddenly are getting mad about it this time. I think there might be something useful in our luggage. Let's take a look.
They won't be impressed with this.
Well, I'm trying to click on the chest and you won't do it? Why isn't it working?
This isn't the right place.
Oh, I'm playing as Jack. What? There might be something else useful in our luggage. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to click on our luggage. The insides of the box kept her warm, and the wood slightly damp. Oh. So we're gonna use the crying thing as a surprise miracle. Okay. I was confused because normally when there's weird little things on the right side here that are like concept inventory, you click on the concept, then click on the thing. But it was just instead it was just a hint, and I went and clicked on it, and I had to click on it without the concept selected, which is weirdly backwards.
Oh, what a remarkably foreign-looking likeness of the Holy Virgin.
Do you think this might calm them down?
I've already tried appealing to their faith. It would require a direct word from God to calm them down.
Only one way to go. Maybe don't bring the baby.
Behold the Holy Virgin!
If it takes a miracle to make these fools stop, then give them one.
You're right. I have to make her weep. It's the only way.
I have to make her cold somehow? She's warm right now. What other locations are there? Can I give it to him?
She doesn't do anything yet, but if I stood with her where it's colder...
Oh, a shady spot. Would love to rest for a while, sitting in the shade on the beach, nice and cool. Or make a fake woman cry.
Do you see? It's working.
Your friend Rashid must be quite the miracle worker.
Liquid is forming on her eyes.
What's going on? The Holy Mother. She's crying.
Revere the Holy Mother, for she has blessed us with a sign from the heavens. Cease your doings right now and witness the miracle.
It's true. Lord in heaven. Why is she crying?
She weeps for your sins. What has this man done to you that you would treat him like a wild animal?
He tricked us and took our coin.
And you would kill him for your own foolishness. The Holy Virgin weeps, for you are not living by the word of God.
It is the Mother of God.
Forgive us, Holy Mother. Where did she come from?
For hundreds of years, she languished in the land of the Saracens. Dormant, she has been waiting for the one to bring her home.
Listen to what he has to say. The Holy Virgin has chosen this young family to protect her. Tell us all where you are headed.
Her destination is beyond these waters. In the small town of Kingsbridge, in the earldom of Shiring. There she wants to rest.
Kingsbridge? Where's that?
Hail Mary!
Make way for the Holy Virgin!
Hallelujah!
Make Robert well!
Huh?
Blessed Mary, let my daughter conceive!
Give us a good harvest!
They're donating to ask for her blessing.
Oh. The weeping Madonna shall hear your prayer. And with your donations, I shall build her a new shrine at Kingsbridge, a cathedral.
This is good.
It's you.
It's gonna backfire so hard.
Who do you mean?
You. The red-haired ghost.
Me? A ghost?
My husband is very much alive. I've known him since he was 12 years old.
But he drowned. By God, you drowned. 24 years ago. On the white ship. My poor son. My Jacques.
His name was Jacques.
Jacques Cherbourg.
Jacques Cherbourg.
Oh my god. It didn't backfire at all. It was the thing he was trying to find. I thought that he was going to get outed by the one suspicious angry lady, but instead she was recognizing him as looking exactly like his own father, which I think we just found Jack's grandmother then? That was a long first chapter. I guess it had to be, though, with so much ground to cover. Chapter 15, The Journey. What you did. You tried not to think about your upcoming journey on the ship the Normandy. You followed the coachwoman's advice and ran into a dead end in Barfleur. You and your baby fell seriously ill, but you managed to survive. I genuinely wonder, could the baby have died? Because it seemed like a real threat. You helped another pilgrim along the way of St. James. You snuck into Rashid's sacred archive. You stole Jack's slingshot from Rashid. You found Jack in Paris. You decided to go back to Kingsbridge. I don't think that was my choice. You saved a jungle from a lynch mob, and you met Jack's grandmother, and finally learned about the fate of his father.